Would you like to take a look at MSC's newest ship, the first in the World Series? It's MSC World Europa. We spent 4 amazing days on board, and we're going to guide you through deck by deck, discovering restaurants, bars, gallerias, promenades, state-of-the-art theatres, swimming pools, water parks, you name it, we discovered it, and we're going to show it to you. And if you stay to the end, we'll even show you the amazing yacht club. So let's jump on board. I'm Tom, we're cruising with the 4Bs, and deck 4 is the medical centre, and decks 5 and 6 at the aft is the MDRs. While you take a look at that, I'm sure you want to know some facts, and I can tell you that it has 20 decks, but no 13 and 17 as it's unlucky. It can accommodate 6,700 passengers in 2,633 cabins. As you can see, these are the MDRs. Bubbles restaurant is the one you need for breakfast and lunch, and all 4 serve dinner. It's a really easy ship, in my opinion, to navigate. If you're in the centre on decks 6, if you head to the aft, you'll get these restaurants. If you head up onto decks 7 and 8, at the aft you have the World Promenade, the casino, and also the Panorama Lounge for shows. But we're going to head first of all to the World Galleria, and firstly the Dolce Vita bar, and this has live entertainment of an evening. As you can see, very lively. That guy's got some moves. And opposite on the Galleria you do have the excursion desk, and also open 24 hours it is the reception desk, always there to help. So this is the Galleria. Looks pretty spectacular throughout the day. Most of this was filmed at 7 AM, so you're going to see it all in its finest. That is the LED screen. Is it as impressive as Grandiosa and Virtuosa? I'm not sure. Let us know what you think in the comments below. It's shopping, and it's also Jean-Philippe's Chocolate Cafe and Shop. Here you can design your own chocolate, and also you can sit, chill and eat chocolate until 1 AM. That's some people's dream. If you're thinking of doing another MSC cruise, then head to the Future Cruise Desk. If you fancy a 5K cinema, then you can purchase the Fun Pass. It has other things you can use it on. We'll go through that later. But here is the dark ride, the 5K cinema. This is a new concept, Luna Park. It can be a 300-seat arena, or it also can be in this style. I reckon it looks a little bit like Virgin Voyager's shows, and this show was pretty much like a Virgin Voyager show. A bit crazy. Alice won musical chairs, that's what type of show it was. But it's a new cool concept, and I love all the screens. And in the daytime in there, they also do drone activities, a drone course and other activities for the kids club. So a multi-purpose arena, and that is the Luna Park. Next to it is the arcade, one of 2 arcades on board. And then we have, as we head towards the front of the ship, the pizza and burger. Yes, it serves pizza and burgers, also other fast foods. I love this, actually. Really, really cool concept. I love that it's on World Europa. I hope they branch it out to other ships in the future. As you can see, breakfast offerings, your normal staples for lunch and dinner. It's kind of like a diner, modern diner. There was games to play. You could also get tea and coffee, and if you had your cruise card, you could also get yourself a beer, obviously cost extra, or is on the drinks package, and also sodas as well. So really cool concept. That's pizza and burger. And next up we have, well, it is a phone box, but this phone box can lead to a very secret bar. We went there one evening. You've got to be in the know though, so you've got to ask around details of the secret bar. We had some great footage from here, but we want to keep it a secret. So ask on board and keep it nice and quiet. Shh. Let's head up to deck number 7 and the World Theatre. The World Theatre has shows like Yellow Submarine, which is surprisingly about the Beatles. Nights on Broadway, some fantastic theatre shows. It does have room for 1,153 guests. This lady attached this to her hair. absolutely stunning. And also on that night, there was a fabulous juggler as well. So that is the theatre, nightly shows, back on the World Galleria. If you need to pop a credit card to your room, you can do that here on the self-service machines. You can also pay off your bill. TV studio and bar. Small bar area with live entertainment of an evening. And this is the barbers. So get yourself a haircut. One of my favourite places on board is Masters of the Sea. Well, I say favourite, if you can get a seat. It's really, really busy. It has sports throughout the day and of an evening. Has music in it. It's really, really lively. And it also has a microbrewery. They use, listen to this, they use water from the sea to make beer here. Rachel was really impressed. Also the gin project as well. Great distillery. Really, really cool place. But I think lots of people think it's really cool because, as I mentioned, it's very, very hard to get a seat of an evening. All of this is at the front of Deck 7. Next up, let's head back towards the mid part of the Galleria. And this is Olla. For $17.99, you can get yourself all-you-can-eat Mexican. We dined here twice. Really, really enjoyed it here. Great service. And it is part of a 4-package restaurant deal that we got. It was around 110, and we'll tell you more about that later. This is a band that wanders around the ship, really, really cool. And while you listen to them, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you love cruise content. We've got plenty more in the World Europa series, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Thank you. Butcher's Cut. Open kitchen for an American-style steakhouse. Some fine steaks, lamb, vegetarian options as well, and even some fancy fish. It is an MSC staple. We really like it here. It is the Butcher's Cut. Of course, it is an extra charge. You may be following as well. If it is an extra charge, we'll pop an extra label in the corner if it's included. You'll see the included sign. Quite easy to follow that one. Kato. Sushi bar on the outside, and then you head towards the back. It is teppanyaki. First time for myself for teppanyaki, and it was a great debut. Really, really liked it on here. It was worth every penny, and it was worth every penny because of the amazing chefs you have on. This guy was excellent. As well as being a fantastic chef, he was a brilliant entertainer. And we were singing all sorts, gangland style, you name it. It was great fun. I highly recommend a teppanyaki, and a teppanyaki, of course, is only as good as the chef, and we had an excellent one. Let's head to the MSC shop. If you've watched any of our tours before, you know this is an earnest favourite. We cannot walk past here without heading into the MSC shop to buy some tat. You can sort out your internet packages and your photos here. The internet packages are meant to be complicated, and they certainly are. And that's the foundation, MSC Foundation, a really good charity organisation associated with MSC. Head in there to find out some more information. As you can see, we're back midship, still on the Galleria, and we're just going to check out some of the shops and bars on Deck 8. Galleria is Trendy Cocktails, a mixology bar as they call it. Rather cool in here. And it's also got some outside seating. Pop the corks, it's the fizz bar. Relax with your favourite champers. Once again, some outside seating on those sunny days. Relax with some fizz. And then next to that, up here on Deck 8, Raj Polo. Must say, one of my favourite venues on board. There was 38 different varieties of tea. It was around €6 for a fine cup of tea. It was really, really nice. I love the ambience of it. A really, really good place to chill out. And for an extra €1, you also got some snacks. We got scones, we got biscuits. Loved it in here, and hopefully it's branched out across the fleet with MSC. That is the Raj Polo Tea House. Garden Kitchen is a new concept on board MSC. It's Nordic cuisine with a leaning towards fish specials. Open kitchen. Check it out. It is the Garden Kitchen. We continue on once again towards the front of deck 8, and it is Zest, the juice bar. So if you're feeling you need a bit of a pickup, it's an extra charge, but that is the juice bar. The Dunes is the Aurora Restaurants. So you can head here whenever you like in the evening, and that is for the Aurora guests. And this is the Aurora Spa. So get some massages, treatments. You can also get your hair cut here. That is the Aurora Spa. We got an hour here. Rachel got an hour here, but as we are now moved up to gold on the MSC program, don't do it on a sea day. It was absolutely heaving. So that is the Galleria towards the front of the ship. Let's head towards the aft on deck 7. And if you want to win some, you want to lose some, it is the MSC Casino. Once again, this was really popular in the evening, but it had a good vibe. Your normal slot machines, poker tables. It is the casino on board. We're now at the aft of the ship on deck 7. It's the Panorama Lounge. Panorama Lounge has themed experiences, shows of an evening with a video backdrop. In the daytime, it also offers spectacular views of the aft of the ship. Look at that, check that out. And it has an interactive screen flooring. So in a minute, you'll see some turtles swimming around. Different shows nightly, and yeah, really cool venue. After the shows, you can also chill out, sit there with a drink and catch up with friends or family. So it is opened up as a normal bar after the shows. Quick word, if you want to book the shows, you can do. There's screens around the ship and you can book for that evening or the following night as well for the 3 theatres, the Luna Park, the main theatre, and this, the Panorama Lounge. If you're thinking of World Europa, you're going to think of the World Promenade. A new concept for MSC, obviously not on other ships, you may have seen them on Royal Caribbean, but this promenade is really, really cool. We loved it of a daytime. Maybe needed some more cafes and restaurants along this promenade to make it come alive of an afternoon, of an evening. But there was some cool features, including this, which is the coffee shop on board, the Coffee Emporium, as they call it. Next up is the fish shop, La Passacorrida. Apologies if I have pronounced that wrong, but in English it is the fish shop, and it's a restaurant plus a takeaway. Once again, it's a new concept for MSC. They are trying out new concepts, and this is the fish restaurant on board. As we head down this promenade, we have some watch shops, the World of Watches and Amiga, which I did think was slightly strange to have these situated here on the promenade. But as we take a look at the 250-foot Venom drop, we'll take a closer look at that shortly. Let's see what it looks like at night. 10 o'clock they do have the light show to music, and they also have other features here nightly, including this, which was the silent disco. We were getting down to some tunes. I was more of the 70s and 80s selection, while Alice and Ernest were more of the modern dance tunes. At the rear, we do have the Malt Lounge, which is your cigarette lounge where you can smoke inside. There's a few seats on the outside, and then opposite is the Sweet Temptations, which offers sweet treats and ice creams. If I was being overcritical, I would like a few bars right down the end here, or maybe a restaurant. But what is really, really stunning, I think, compared to, let's say, Oasis class ships, you don't have a theatre at the rear here, and it offers spectacular views. It's unspoilt, just the seats there. So if you're walking at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, you're going to have views like this. would you like to be let into another secret? If you take a look up here, these balconies, you're thinking, wow, these must be suite guests. No. On all of these floors you're seeing here, it is a balcony for everyone. Just head to the end of your floor at the aft, and these are the views. We use this as we sailed away from some of the ports. It is a great secret, but shh, keep it to yourself and check out the public balconies at the aft of World Europa. That is the World Promenade, and there's only one way to head up to deck 18. It's the panoramic lifts. Between 8 and 18 is your cabins. Check out our cabin guide in the corner where we take a look at an inside balcony and also a yacht club suite. This is the Zen bar and lounge area, and these are the Zen pools. Are you brave enough to head across this bridge? I was just. Check this out. Are you brave enough to head down 250 feet from deck 20 to deck 8 on the Venom slide? It is included and it's great fun. It's not as fast as you think, actually. Really cool, and that is the Venom slide. It looks quite spectacular as well. But let's head back up to deck 20 and let's check out the amazing Aurora Waterpark on board. 4 slides. Well, it actually technically has 3, but one of them is VR. We've got the dual racer. We've got the VR slide where you can pop on your VR headset and head down. Really cool. Absolutely love that. And also check out this. This is the drop slide. Who would be crazy enough to do that? Off he goes. And there is the VR sets as well. One of the coolest water parks I've ever done. As we head down the slide, don't forget to check out Cruising with the 4Bs on TikTok, Instagram and Twitter. Just search for us, Cruising with the 4Bs. For the little ones in your party, there is this little splash park, really well themed, and that is right next door to the water park and all the slides. Deck 20 aft. Right, let's head starboard side now. On deck 20 aft, that is the surfers bar. And inside, here's the sportsplex, and this arena in the evening turns into bumper cars. The times will be in your magazine in your cabin. It costs €5 per car, and me and Ernest weren't very good at driving. There's also a bar in the sportsplex, nice place to chill. And just behind the sportsplex, we do have the mini cub. This is the kids club. It has activities for babies 0 to 3, 3 to 7, 7 to 12, and then into your teens. As mentioned before, new concepts like drone academies. Really cool place, and that is Kids Club. You can register when you get on board. Also included is deck 20 aft is the gym. Open from 6 AM. There's also a studio, and you have amazing views out to sea while you work out. Let's head to the buffets. The buffets on board are spread out on decks 18 and 19 at the aft. And it's La Brasserie and also the Mercato. And they are connected either side by, once again, are you brave enough to head across this bridge? With some amazing views. We really like the buffets on MSC. Of course, you're going to get pizza. Breakfast in the morning, which is open from 6:30, and then you can get food all the way until 1 AM with the midnight snacks. Also, Just like the pizza and burger place, you can get your wine and beer. All you need to do is tap your cruise card. Let's head up to the second buffet from deck 18 up into deck 19. Always a friendly welcome. The brasserie is slightly smaller and not open for dinner, but still offers the same food. We found the food to be nice and fresh. Give it a big thumbs up. Where we don't always love the MDR, we always enjoy the buffet. And of course, offers great views out to sea or whatever port in the world you may be. So let's talk about the Fun Pass. You can use it here in the arcades and also for the F1, the theatre, for the virtual reality and the bumper cars. If you get it beforehand, it's €70 and you got an extra 70. It was €100 on board. I'm a terrible F1 driver, and on board 100 and you get 40 extra. I'm glad we quickly bypassed that, me driving on F1, because I was terrible. Here is the fast food just by the pool area, and for an extra charge you can get an ice cream or a drink at the bar. We're now on deck 18 mid. As you can see, they're all connected up the top there. These are all the public areas of decks 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22. This is the outside pool, two pools together, very popular. And then up the top here we do have some whirlpools and offers great views of the pool below. This is midship. It also has the staggered seating. Let's head inside as we go to the Botanic Garden, the indoor pool. It looks really cool, doesn't it? Another area we really liked on board, very green. It's on 2 decks. You can chill out and lay in these beds. These beds do go very, very early. But we always found a sunbed in here. And you've got the pool, you've got the whirlpools, one massive whirlpool, and it offers on sunny days great views like this. And on warmer days, the roof opens. So you kind of have 2 outdoor pools, but if weather's not too great, the roof comes on and you've got an inside pool. And cool seating like this, and the bar area. And finally, you've been very patient, you've waited for it. It is the amazing Yacht Club area, including the top sail lounge, the grill area, the restaurant, and amazing views. The accommodation and the Yacht Club area covers a staggering 7 floors. Of course, it is an extra cost, and don't forget, once again, I will mention, there will be a link at the end, we do show you a balcony suite in the Yacht Club area, and do mention all the extras you do get on board. It is known as a ship within a ship, and as you can see, it's a nice, peaceful, stunning area. Some of the perks, you do get Wi-Fi, you do get the drinks package included as standard, you get a butler, you get your own restaurant, your own grill, pool area. It's an amazing product, and we were lucky enough to have a little walk around the Yacht Club area here on World Europa. It is the biggest yacht club they have in the fleets. Check it out, looking stunning. As you do admire the Yacht Club, once again we thank you for joining us on this World Europa tour. If you have any comments or questions, pop them down below. Have you been on board? What's your views on it? Have you planned a cruise on World Europa? And are you excited for the next one, which is going to be World America? And what changes would you have for the future World Series for MSC? Thanks for joining us on this ship tour. Coming at the end, we do have a link to our tour of the MSC interior, balcony and Yacht Club suites. But But as we head out to sea, I've been Tom, cruising with the 4Bs. We'll see you next time when we've got a travel vlog and a cruise vlog. And all there is to say is happy cruising.